Good morning. Welcome back. My name's Isabel, and today we're just doing my everyday fall makeup look. It has been so hot in Minnesota this entire fall, so it's October 5th today, and the high today is still supposed to be like 85 degrees, but it's supposed to be the final, like last actual hot day of the entire rest of the season, so it'll finally actually feel like fall soon, which is great because I've not been able to do my fall makeup because if I went outside it would just melt right off my face. So I just thought we could do my quick everyday fall makeup. I did this look a lot last year, but I did go on Pinterest and find some like inspo photos. I'm looking for like berry tones, matte looks. I think sparkle is more for like the holidays, so I'm still in the more like matte phase, and then also kind of like a smoky eyeliner. That's kind of the vibe we're going for, but pretty natural, pretty easy because I do this every day, so it is a lot easier. I do want to preface this video, I'm not great at makeup. I don't really know what I'm doing, so don't follow my lead to a T if you're like watching and being like, wow, she does that technique she's using is really interesting. I wonder why she does it. The answer is I don't know, because I don't really know much about makeup, but I just really like doing it. I love doing my makeup. It's one of my favorite parts of the day when I get to do my makeup in the morning, so I just thought it'd be kind of fun to do our makeup routine together. So I do have my skincare all done, which is really simple. It's not even worth showing. It's just toner and some sunscreen. And then I also did my skin prep, which is just primer and yeah, primer. That's pretty much it. So we're gonna start doing our makeup. Okay, so first we're going in with the L'Oreal True Match Nude Hyaluronic Tinted Serum, and this is kind of going to be my foundation. I'm using the shade 2 to 3 light pale, but I did buy this after my trip to Puerto Rico in the spring, and I haven't really used it since because I've been doing summer makeup, so it might be a little too dark on me. I do need to go to the store and buy like a lighter shade. I think I'm finally losing my summer tan, so. But yeah, I just want to preface that this might not match exactly, but I do love this like skin tint, I guess that's what it is. But yeah, I really like it, so I will be repurchasing. But I just kind of squeeze some on my skin. Honestly, this dropper thing does not work very well. But I just kind of like spread some on my skin. I do like really light on my forehead. Okay, then we rub it in a little bit. Or like tap it in. Hold on. And then I put some on the back of my hand. And we're going in with our beauty blender, which don't look too closely. Mine is disgusting right now. Okay, and then the insides of my or not insides, the outsides of my nostril are always like pretty pigmented, so I do go in with just like a little bit more just to cover that bad boy up. I have just like a lot of scarring right there. But yeah, I like how like my skin still comes through, like you can still kind of see my freckles and stuff, so it's not a complete coverage, and you can definitely build it up if you want it to be more like full coverage, but I do like that it feels like my skin. It feels very light on the skin, which I really like, and it feels really breathable. Personally, for fall makeup, I don't really cover up my under eyes. I feel like it adds to the like gloomy aesthetic, but I do kind of get the corners of my eyes right here, just because we are going to be doing makeup there, and I found it's a little bit easier to put eye makeup on top of, like, if it's the same, I don't know what I'm talking about. I just think it's a little easier to put eye makeup there. But yeah, I'll like pretty much leave the rest of my under eyes makeupless. I guess everyone's goal in life is just to look like a Tim Burton character, so that's my goal too. Okay, so we pretty much like blended that out. Again, I do think this shade is just a little too dark for my skin, but we will get a new shade in the future. Then right immediately after, I'm gonna go in with my setting powder. This is the Mercier powder in Rose. I am a big fan of drugstore makeup personally because not all of us have Sephora money, but I will say this powder specifically is worth the money. Like, I was using the e.l.f. Halo Glow one for a while, and it looked kind of cakey after a while. This one just blends it so well into my skin and just kind of like melts everything together. So I swear, this is actually worth the price. But I just pat this into, like, put this here just to kind of set the makeup, and I put it in places I know I'm gonna get like really oily, like my nose especially gets a lot of special attention, and then I'll just put it in my like T-zone, and then my forehead does get really shiny, so I do kind of pat it in there. But yeah, I swear this powder it really is worth the price. It's really good. Okay, so then I just kind of pat everything in with the powder puff thing. Okay, and the base is done. It's really that simple. Not going super hard here. I'm gonna go in with my setting spray and just kind of let it all melt together. And then I do, once the base is done, I like wipe all the makeup off my lips and I wipe it off my eyebrows just because we don't need my base there. Okay, so that was the base. Now we're gonna go on to contour. For fall makeup, I don't really use bronzer. I am using the Merit Bronze Balm, which I know is bronzer, in the shade Clay. I will probably get more of like a contour stick in the future, but this is all we really have, so this is what we're working with. But I just go on my cheeks, I do some right here, and then a little bit on my forehead, and my nose. Kind of use it to like shape my nose, and then I do some on my chin too, just kind of like blend it all in, and then I go in with my brush and I just boop 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 blend it. I do love this Merit bronzer stick. It does really like, it just blends in really seamlessly. I like the creamy formula too. It's not too like oily, but it's not drying at all, which is nice. Yeah, it just like blends really easily. Okay, then we're gonna do our eyebrows. I'm being so for real, I don't actually have like a process. I basically do my base and then I kind of do whatever I feel like, but right now I feel like doing my eyebrows because these bad boys need to get cleaned up. Okay, and then I use the NYX micro brow pencil. I have literally used this for almost 5 years. I use the shade Brunette, and I just love it. I haven't found a brow pencil that's like this good at this price point. I used to prep my brows with like brow, you know, the stuff that makes your brows like stay. And then I'm not even exaggerating, I was literally losing my eyebrows. Like my hair was like falling out after I was using that stuff that like makes your eyebrows stay. Why can I not think of the name of that? Anyway, so I don't use anything. I just brush them, put this stuff in, and then just kind of keep brushing them throughout the day. So I don't like, but they do kind of stay in place, and this NYX stuff really like stays. So all I do is I put my eyebrow pencil makeup in the bottom and I just kind of draw a line. And then I do fill in my arches all the way because they're a little sparse and I do want my brows to look pretty. I like the arch look. And then I do kind of draw a line down here too to like accentuate the arch. So, but I don't fill in this part. And then I do kind of just fill in the tail with some brush strokes. And then do the same thing over here, just a line along this front part. And I do make it kind of thick, like basically we're just gonna brush all that product up into the eyebrow, and I feel like that's kind of what gives it that fluffy look, is like the less product in your actual brow kind of gives it the fluffy. Okay, I'm filling the arch, and then again, brush strokes into the tail. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't even pluck my eyebrows. I probably should. They're kind of a mess, but I don't know. I'm lazy. So then I take my spoolie and I literally just brush. I'm gonna brush everything upwards. So you can see like that line isn't there anymore. It got like brushed up into the hair, but I will say this like part just needs to be filled in a little bit more. So I just kind of do like spot touch-ups after I brush through everything at where I want like just a little more product, and then again we're just gonna kind of brush it just to make it seem a little bit more natural. And we'll do the same on this side, just brush it up. Okay, that feels good. And then I just kind of wipe away the excess with my fingers. That's pretty much it. That's my brows. Okay, now we're gonna do the part that I think makes this like fall makeup and not just, because so far what we've done so far is pretty much what I do for my summer makeup, but we actually use eyeshadow for fall makeup. I have not used eyeshadow since probably the winter, so I get really excited when I get to use it again. For this look, let's see, I don't even really know what I want. I think we're gonna do like a brown shade on the crease and then kind of a taupe shade on the actual lid, and then just like a cream on the brow bone. So I'm going in with, this is the NYX Ultimate Shadow Palette. It's their shadow palette in warm neutrals. I literally got this palette like 5 years ago, so I don't even know if they have it anymore, but I'm going in with this little brown shade, a warm neutral, and this is gonna go right in my crease. And this is my everyday fall makeup, so it's gonna look a little messy because not everyone has time in the morning to do their makeup perfectly. So just going in the crease. Okay, that's pretty much it. Not perfect at all. And then I'm going in with this like taupey shade. And again, all of this eyeshadow is matte because I think that's what really makes it fall. It's like a matte shadow. We'll add sparkle once we get to the Christmas season, but okay. And then I do pull this down a little bit and just really accentuate those bags. Yeah, and then we're just gonna go in. There's kind of like this creamy color. We're just doing that on the lid. Just kind of blend it all in. Okay, that's it for eyeshadow. Pretty chill. Then, this is where it gets to be the fun part. So I'm using the Maybelline Tattoo Studio Gel Pencil Liner in the shade Smooth Walnut. Do you see how little this thing is? I've had this for quite some time too, but this thing is a pain to sharpen. It does not sharpen well, but the formula is so nice and it like glides so easily. So we're gonna do like a smoky eyeliner. Very small. It's not gonna be like out of control, but it is just gonna be like a little liner. And that's what I like about fall makeup, is you can actually like do your eye makeup and it won't just like melt off your face the minute you step outside. So what I do is I kind of put like a little bit on the top lid, a little bit on the bottom lid, and then I just kind of put like a chunk of it here. And we're gonna take like a separate brush and kind of like pull it out, but that's kind of how I like put the product on. And then it is pretty buildable, so I can like keep adding product as we build like kind of our wing. So this eye like creases right here, and this one, I swear, I know they look the same, but I swear this one creases like lower than this one does. So it's harder for me to get that wing effect on this eye, which unfortunately is the eye closest to you guys, but I swear, okay, again, I have not done a wing like this since probably last winter, so hang on. Bear with me. So we're gonna go in with the, this is the e.l.f. small angled brush, and it's literally just a small angled brush. That's all it is. And all we do is we kind of just pull this formula out, and we're just kind of pulling it like straight. Like we're not going up, we're not going down. It's kind of just straight. Okay, and it's okay if it's messy. We have Q-tips for a reason. This eye just does not want to behave today. This one's doing okay. Okay, then hang on guys, hang on. We're gonna take this fluffy brush. It's the same one we use for our eyeshadow, and we're just gonna kind of just rub it all in. It's messy, it's okay. So we'll just kind of take this and blend it, and just kind of takes away that harshness. Then we're gonna come back in with our all-time favorite thing, which is a Q-tip. And we just kind of clean this up. I don't even get it wet. I just clean her up. And this one, she's gonna need some extra attention. She's just not behaving today. So that's like that eye makeup. We are gonna do mascara, but I just kind of let it sit for a minute and kind of let it do whatever it wants to. I will also, I'll go in with just like this top portion and do a little setting spray just to help that melt. Okay, so then we're gonna do the blush. I'm like, what are the vibes for this? Because I have this orange. Do not look at how disgusting this is. This like orange rare beauty, which I feel like kind of gives autumn, but it also kind of gives summer. Or we could go in with this like berry kind of blush. Maybe we do a little mix. Get a little crazy. Okay, so we're gonna do, for fall makeup, like for my summer makeup, I put blush like all around here to kind of give it that like sun-kissed look for fall. We're just going in to the top corners. I do a little bit on my nose, but not as much as I would with my summer stuff. So then I just take a brush and blend that in. And again, we're just kind of keeping the blush like in this area. We're not really bringing it into the center of the face besides the nose. Then we're gonna do our berry blush. I like this formula a lot, but it does not really last on me throughout the day. So like if you're using it, you can definitely build it up and it won't look like that the entire day. Okay. Oops. Then I do top everything. So those are both cream blushes. I do go in with my powder blush, which is a CoverGirl in the shade Ice Plum. I have literally had this blush for 5 years, but I just put it on top and I swear it like just kind of helps set everything. But I really like this shade. And it's been 5 years and I'm just now hitting the pan, so it's a good blush. Okay, so that's the blush. We're gonna do, what am I doing? Mascara. Whoa. My current mascara favorite is the Tarte Man Eater. I think it's an Ulta exclusive. I will be repurchasing this. It's really nice mascara. Okay, so this is where if your eyeshadow eyeliner didn't look great, it's fine, because you won't really be able to tell once you put the mascara on. Okay, so that's the mascara. It really just helps like hide the craziness of the eyeshadow we were just doing. Okay, so once my mascara dried, I just like go back in, I gently recurl my lashes, and then I just put on a light second coat only on the tips of my lashes. And I just feel like it helps like keep the eyelashes up throughout the day. Yeah, and it just really helps it like pop. So again, I don't put anything in my eyebrows, so we're just kind of rebrushing after we put stuff all over our face. And then we're getting near the end, don't worry. For a final step, I go in with my little baby Charlotte Tilbury, her powder thing. As you can see, I bought this because I hadn't tried it before and I ended up loving it. So now I really want to buy an actual like real sized one, but I will do that later. But I just go in again and I touch up the T-zone spots just with this, just really quick. We do one last setting spray. And then it wouldn't be a fall look without a lip. So since this is kind of an everyday look, we're going in with the Revlon Color Stay Long Wear Lip Liner, which this lip liner is long wear. Like I put it on and I have to pretty much like smudge it immediately, otherwise she's not budging. And this one's in the shade Plum. And then I top it with the Revlon lipstick in the shade Rum Raisin, which that's been my go-to like everyday lip look. My all-time favorite lipstick right now is the L'Oreal Divine Wine, but it is a little more rich and darker, and today I'm dressing pretty casually, so I don't need like a full lip. But when I'm wearing like real clothes, I will actually put the Divine Wine on because I really like it. So we're going in with the lip liner. Lip liner, I'll kind of just line the outside of my lips and then I just smudge it. I personally don't overline because I have such a pronounced Cupid's bow that it just looks silly. So we're just keeping it kind of natural, but I do kind of go on the edges of my lip and I'll just kind of smudge it. It's pretty simple. Okay, so that's the lip liner. Then we're going in with the Revlon Revlon lipstick in Rum Raisin. And personally, I love this color. Like it's really buildable, so if you don't want that much color, you can just like tap it on. I'm just swiping her on because I really like this color. Alright, and then I just kind of clean up the edges with my finger. But yeah, so, and then that's pretty much it. So it's really simple, really easy, very everyday. I feel like it kind of gives that like moody fall vibe without being like too much. So yeah, this is it. I'll put all of the products I was using with their like shade numbers and stuff in the description, so if you're interested in knowing what I was using, it's down there. But that's pretty much it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will have more content coming soon, so stay tuned. All right, have a great day. Bye.